Hey everyone, so in the last video I did on non-dairy milks, I made oat milk, which is my very first try at making a milk of my own. Super easy. So now I'm going to show you my first attempt at making hazelnut milk. Now, a lot of you are probably going, who the hell would drink hazelnut? Well, the reason I'm doing hazelnut is one, because that's what I had. Two is because they're similar to an almond. So they have a skin, they're a pretty hard nut, and the same rules apply when you make hazelnut milk. Probably be the same for Brazil nut milk as well and stuff like that, anything where you don't want to keep the skin. So to do this one, I have soaked my hazelnuts in boiling water. So I boiled the water first, soaked a cup of hazelnuts. The instructions that I've gotten is that you soak your hazelnuts for 24 hours cold or overnight cold, or if you need to do a quick batch, you can soak them in boiling water for 3 to 4 hours is what I got. I think when you do this, probably be better soaking them in cold water overnight, because that way you really activate the nuts and you don't cook them in the process. But for the sake of today's video, these nuts were in boiling water. So you can see they're in water, I'm going to drain them off. Excellent. So now that I've drained my nuts off, I'm going to open up my trusty secondhand blender and pop these in. And the last batch I did of oat milk, I did with maple syrup, so I'm going to do honey with the hazelnuts. And if I can get the bloody lid off. So it says it's about a tablespoon of honey, or up to 2 if you want it sweeter. I did a tablespoon of maple syrup in my oat milk and it was more than sweet enough for me. So I think it really comes down to personal preference. So, tablespoon of honey. And we get our honey from Surf Coast Bees, local honey. P.S. If you can get your honey local, it is way better for your immune system because your local environment honey is using all the local pollens, which is much better for you. Alright, honey done. Next you need a quarter of salt, quarter teaspoon. Again, I've got the pink Himalayan salt. Another good option if you don't get pink Himalayan is this natural pink salt that you can get from Australia. Sad thing is they wrap their repackaging in plastic, so now I'm just going to go to bulk buying pink salt. So now that I've done that with the water, it's about 3 to 4 cups, but you can decide on consistency. I'm gonna go 3 cups because I want to try it a bit thicker, and I also don't have many bottles left. So this is the last of my 3 cups of filtered water. You can use room temperature or cold, doesn't really matter. Lid's gonna go on, and this is gonna be super loud, I'm warning you. So we're going to pulse or blitz it till the nuts are as fine as possible. Or until my blender blows up. So now that that's done, take the lid off. It smells good. Alright, so I have my nut milk bag. For those of you who didn't watch the first video, I got this nut milk bag from Ever Eco, mostly because I like the packaging. Plastic free, cardboard. I can actually strip this up and use it in my compost. Nut milk bag looks like this, has a drawstring on it. You can also use cheesecloth over a bowl, but I find this neater and I plan on looking after it so it lasts me a very long time. So now that you've got your nut milk bag, I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit, and we pour all of the contents into the nut milk bag because that will filter out all the pulp. Alright, lift it up, pull the drawstring in case you're a super klutz like me, and you can see straight away without even any squeezing, all that hazelnut pulp is collecting at the bottom, and now you just squeeze it out. Really, really easy. I kind of feel guilty that I haven't been doing this a lot more. I've been enjoying coconut milk, but I am more than happy to switch to nut milks and oat milk if it means that I am producing these with 0 waste from the nut milk and the oat milk product. All right, you can hold on to those pulps because, to be honest, pulps can be used and turned into a butter, my understanding is. So I'm going to do some research and work out how I can turn my nut pulp into a butter. You could also use it for baking of cookies. I will have to come back to you with that one. So now you have your liquid in there, and I'm going to find my trusty clumsy jug. Here it is. And I'm going to pour as much of it in as I can. And now I have my bottle. If you didn't watch the video before, I did say that with the bottles, wash the inside out and then put it in the oven for about 10-15 minutes on 100 to 150. This will dry out the bottle inside and outside and basically kill all the bacteria. And then you just pour the hazelnut milk in. Oh, look at the color. Hazelnut milk is, by the way, really good with roast carrot cocoa or raw cacao hot chocolate. Anyway, I've got a little bit left, so I may as well taste it while I'm right in front of you and you can get a true reaction. Holy shit, that's good. Hazelnut milk.